Hi, welcome to today's session on chess, of course. Here are two 5-minute games I've played today, and so they're pretty interesting. They're a little bit different from each other. One's a little bit feisty and the other one's a bit positional. So what does it mean, positional and tactical? I've been asked that question from one of my chess friends. I would just put it down to this. Tactics are fiery like Mikhail Tal, and positional play is more like Anatoly Karpov. So it'd be like comparing Anatoly Karpov to Garry Kasparov. One's really positionally tactical, and the other one's positional. So here we go, let's get into this. So there we go, this is the session for you today. So here is the Sokolsky opening. It's called other things too, but I know it as the Sokolsky's opening. So we have 1b4, and I play something. Did you guess what I play? So I play something that white may not be accustomed to or attuned to. Here comes my move. I played this, a5. So I'm already threatening the pawn for if white just plays bishop b2 straight away, then I just take the pawn, of course. So that would be no good. b5, and now I play a little bit like the Hanig-Skara opening, or so. I play c5. I think that's called the something like the Hanig-Skara. I probably have that wrong. Here we have e3, and then I play b6. So I'm going to play one of my favorites is the old Queen's Indian defense. Bishop b2, and I play bishop b7 as promised. So this prevents, of course, g3, which was no good. Knight f3, and now I have to be careful that I don't myself play something like this next move, because then black would lose their g-pawn and their rook for the dark squared bishop, which is of no consequence for white because they're not going to castle on this side of the board, they're going to castle short. So c4, I play knight f6. So I'm trying to play like a grandmaster in this 5-minute game. So after e4, because when I was playing this 5-minute game, I was thinking, well, one day white's going to want to try to do something, as opposed to just sitting there thinking, oh, it's all cool, let's just keep moving our queens and rooks and bishops and knights around, because otherwise, yeah. So white, I felt, would want to do something sometime in this game, because they're sort of like kind of compelled to. So I play here now, I chomp at the bit, I play cd4. Because we can see that both bishops will have a nice contention along this a1 to h8 diagonal, if that so comes about. A wee bit of a surprise, but what else? I don't think that white should play knight c6. I just take that, and I've got a pawn up here. Now this is a good move. Of course, I cannot take knight d5, because then I meet ed5 and I lose my piece. And I can't play bishop back here because of knight f6, and that's terribly bad for black. So I play knight c5, and now I'm attacking this a pawn twice, of course. And back comes knight c3 and bishop f8. Same thing again. So I play knight d7. And here I make a wee mistake, but I think people can forgive me for it. My opponent plays queen b5. I could actually play knight a4. I don't know. I could see what... I don't want to try the computer out, but I can play knight a4 here. But here I'm quite comfortable. I have two knights and a bishop, and white has two bishops and a knight, and I feel the position is better for the knights than that of the bishops. So I'm just going to open it up for white's bishops. So chomp chomp, and here we have not this move now, which is very easy to play. This move is rook here, because knight e7 is no good for black. Check, and picking up the exchange for the knight. So I play king g7, and here we have bishop b1, not rook f1 here, because then I just take the pawn with the knight as the computer generated shows it. So here my opponent plays bishop e1, I play bishop g5. So I'm covering all these squares here from white invasion. So it's soon over. Here is the move that white played wrong here, is rook c1, and I played knight e2, check. Now the next game I have for you today is a French defense. Now what do I have to do? Turn off the engine, don't I? So this is the French defense, and I'm white here. And my opponent accused me of being a chess computer, or said something like GG, GG, and then I have my computer on. And so my answer was, or my comment back was, oh, that's good. It will be good practice for me to play your computer. But I think I was being accused of being a computer. So we will see what my opponent was talking about, even though the result might not have matched what a computer would have done. So here's a wee bit of a wasted move here, because I'm just going to play g4. But I might be wrong. So this is this move here, knight a3, is a wee bit speculative, and it's tactical. So here, what do I do against b4? So we'll play b4. What would you play? And this is what I played. Is I played knight ac4, knight c4, and now I'm thinking this is really, 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 really good. If I probably play it better, but might not have played it right. Now, what would have happened, what would I have been able to play had black played queen c6, threatening queen h1 or queen g2 checkmate? So what would I have been able to play? Not to say it's any good or not, but what would I have been able to play? I would have probably been able to play knight d6, or I could play bishop here after queen c6, and if queen takes e4, then I have knight d6 check and knight takes queen. But black has got knight d5 instead of queen takes bishop, which I'm not completely sure about what's happening there. So here we have knight d6 check, and obviously my queen now is on pre, but not black's. Now I might as well just take this pawn here, but I don't. I might as well take this pawn here and play queen takes queen and knight takes rook. So that's my mistake here, but apparently I'm a chess computer. Here I should play knight f7 check. Should I? Maybe not. Bishop e4, here comes knight d5, bishop g5. I'm starting to regret this now. But I'm still getting accused of being a computer. So this is not very good, because look, all my pieces are getting wiped out. But there are resources here in this position. Not that there are many, but knight h3, so I just play king h1, bishop e4, bishop queen e4, and if we take a piece count, I'm a piece down. Not very good. So king e7, because obviously I'm threatening queen a8 check. So king e7, and now play f4. I'm closing the the likelihood of this knight getting out easily. Not that it can't get out. So g5 happens, and I do not want to play en passant here in this case, even though my juniors might like it that they know about en passant, because it's good against their school friends, but it's not a good idea. So I take here and take here, and now I promote the idea of knight f6, I think. No, rook g8, and then I go queen here, promoting knight f6, and it's soon over. This game is soon over. And here I play rook f1. It might not be the best in the world, and h6, king here, rook down, and sadly white can only draw here. Maybe it's a one game for white, but I only went for a draw here. As rook g6, queen a8, rook g8, queen here, and that's where we agree to draw, and that is the end of the session. I hope you liked both those games, or one of them at least. Thank you for visiting this chess channel. Thank you.